Whew. Okay. First off, ooh, Lord help me. I see my stuff falling. First off, I just want to say good morning. If you are new to the channel, my name is Amari. And this is my first step in, like, what do we call it? A new beginning. So I make advice, encouragement, lesson videos, and yeah, I'm trying to work on reintroducing myself. But anyways, look, I've had this message in my heart for some time, and you know how, like, when God gives you something or he shows you something in your alone time with him, or as you're observing, reflecting, like, you have the words and you want to share, but you don't have the words. That's kind of how I was with this. And so it took me some time to put it together and to really see the same message be played out in different ways. And I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible. This probably is going to be, or can be, a hard pill to swallow. But if you can stay encouraged, have some compassion on yourself, because one, I've been in this place before, probably even going through it myself, just to let you know that you're not alone and let you know, like, I am also in a, like, vulnerable state myself. I don't want anybody to feel like there's no compassion, no empathy, no care as I am saying what I'm about to say. So because I didn't plan the best, you know, and this is last minute, I'm doing this right before work, but I'm trying to also live by what I say, which is, if you care about something enough that you'll make time, this is me making time. So my goal is to get this out as early as I can. I'm hoping at least by noon my time, Central, like 12:30, but my goal is to get it out like morning time. So I'm gonna just go into it, yeah, and I'm gonna just let God use me as vessel, you know? This is what's been on me for a while. You are playing too much. I know this is a period of time in your life where you may just simply want to have fun. But at this point in your life, there are many things that needs to be taken care of when it comes to you, your life, and your journey. There may be some assigned help in your life at this time. And that assigned help, that God has allowed to be in your life at this time, may not have been what you've chosen for yourself and your well-being. But that's who's there. That is who's in your life. That's who God planted there for whatever reason. You have to ask him what's going on with that and why. Again, like I said, they're planted there for a specific reason and a purpose. If you are listening to this video, 9 times out of 10 you found yourself probably in a rut, in a place of stagnancy. You may find that you are complacent. And in order to get out of this state that you have found yourself in, you're really going to have to take hold of your thoughts and hold yourself accountable. Why are you in the place that you're in? How did you get there? And what can you do now with the lessons that you're learning now and that you've learned? If I could put in simple terms, like, you got a to-do list, you know, and you need to get your to-do list done. I can't tell you how, I can't tell you when, but you have to make it work. If getting yourself out of this pit, out of this place of restlessness is important to you, you will find a way to make it work. And even though I am encouraging you to make things work and to get it done, be steady, do not rush yourself, be patient with yourself. Your inability and your unwillingness to submit to the support, the aid, the authority could be the root cause of why you're experiencing the holdup in your life right now. There definitely is a lesson to be learned here. And I just encourage you to dig deep and to reflect and figure out what the lesson is. And for some reason, this is not what I wrote down, so I'm sorry. But I just want to tell somebody, like, fix your crown. Like, if your crown, you feel like it's tilted, it's time to tilt it back up. You know what I'm saying? Also, this lesson in your life, it could definitely be connected to other people that are watching you, other people that are around you. So just really sit and reflect. But those lessons, like, that you're learning that could be connected to somebody else, that is between them and God, just like your relationship and your lessons that you're learning is between you and God. And also, if there's anybody in your life, if they're pushing you to be the best that you can be and to do well, and really to do things well for yourself, I want to encourage you to not push those people or that person away. If I'm real, that would be my advice to you. Because I've had a moment in my life where, not even a moment, I've had times in my life where I didn't know that I was pushing away the people that God planted in my life to to really assist and guide me, because I was so, you know, foggy up here. And maybe I just wasn't ready. But again, like I said, don't push away those people that are pushing you to do well, that are encouraging you to get up and take a stand for yourself, to take hold over your thoughts, to really just show up for yourself and be the best you can be. Embrace them. I remember there was times at school where when I was young, like I'd be like, oh, like so stressed out over grades because, you know, my parents don't play them games, you know. I didn't play them games either, but like I was young. So it was some stuff that I let slide, but there were just certain standards that my parents had for me. And it would weigh on me at times as a, you know, a younger person. And I just remember having a friend at the time that sat there next to me and their grades wasn't that good. And they said, you know, I wish my mom cared enough about me and my grades. I think they didn't even have to get a C. And the way they said it, it really like sat, I don't know, it just sat with me and I never forgot it even to this day. I had to be, I don't know if I was a freshman in high school. I either was a freshman or a sophomore in high school, but I just remember like, just like, my parents are so hard on me, you know, and they're not going for this. And I know if I don't keep my grades up to par, like it's a lot of stuff that I'm not gonna get or receive. And I just remember my friend being like, man, I wish that was my problem. They were just like, I am surrounded by people, you know, individuals, and they don't care. Like, all I gotta do is get a D to pass, but like they don't actually care about me being successful and succeeding in my academics or at all, actually. And it just really broke my heart for them. I actually hope that person is okay, and I have some love for them, and I really hope like they turned out how they wanted to, you know, because I definitely feel that they could be whatever they want to be if they wanted to. And they've always had a big heart from how I remember things. Again, like there are people that, you know, will probably really appreciate that kind of love and attention and support that you're getting. And they could be sitting right in your face, honestly. And these person in your life, you know, could seem harsh or seem like a critic. And maybe they're not trying to be, so just give them grace, that same grace that you want in this time, you know, just give them that same grace that you would like permitted to you. Yeah, they may seem like a critic, you know, they may seem like they're judging you, and they're probably not trying to do that. But if you just push past your emotions, right, if you could just get over yourself, you know what I'm saying, there may actually be a level of truth and value in what they're saying or what they have been saying or have said to you, or simply of what they're asking, like what they're asking of you too. They could be asking you to do something, and you got to really think like, is there value in something that this person is asking me to do? Especially if it's about you or has to do with you, you know, because if somebody else cares about you more than you care about yourself, then that's a problem. It's a beautiful thing on their end, but it's a problem for you, because you should care about yourself. You should love yourself. You need to hold yourself to a standard and have standards for yourself. If not, people gonna play with you and walk all over you and play in your face all day. What I'm saying can be hard to appreciate and or accept, especially if you're not ready to hear it. If you really sit and think about it, like these people, this person who's pushing you to be your best, it can be really hard to appreciate it, or you may begin to not appreciate it because they're always around. You know, they're always talking, they're always speaking into you, they always got a speech. You know, be honest with yourself. Like if they were no longer there, if they were no longer present, if they removed themselves from you completely, would you be able to stand on your own 2 feet? Would you be able to stand? Would you be able to endure in this life? Would you be able to endure this situation, this circumstance by yourself? Please, like y'all, please do not hate somebody. Like, please don't hate somebody for loving you. Don't hate them because they love you and they care about you and they're supporting you and they're pushing you. Like, it's one thing to be pushed, you know, and then to be pushed over like your limit. But if somebody is pushing you just to your capacity because they know you can do it, don't hate them for that. Don't hate somebody for caring about you, because there's a lot of people out here that are not cared for. You know, don't disregard somebody that's showing you a blind spot. Like sometimes somebody's not trying to like trigger you or attack you or make you feel small, right? They're just trying to show you a blind spot so that other people around you cannot come and manipulate. And sometimes it takes somebody who used to have the mind of a player, or the mind of, like, sometimes people who used to do those foul things are going to be the ones that God uses in your life, because they're going to be able to know and recognize the trait of somebody else who has that same nature. It's not always somebody trying to control you. It's somebody trying to literally protect you from somebody who they used to be like. And they may see that you're around people like that. It's possible for God to use somebody who used to be a manipulator, help you avoid other manipulators, you know? He might use a player to show you how to avoid other players. You know, it may not always be a pastor, a prophet. It may not always be, you know, your favorite motivational speaker. Take heed to those around you and just acknowledge those people who are investing in you, investing in your character, investing in your development, investing in you spiritually, emotionally. Like, take care of those people. And sometimes taking care of somebody is taking care of yourself. Acknowledge the work that these people have done. Acknowledge the fruits that they have. A simple thank you to your support, a warm embrace, can take you a long way with somebody, especially somebody who truly does love you. If you know that there's somebody who could be taking care of themselves, investing in themselves, getting themselves right, if they're taking all their energy and putting it into you, just be real. All this energy and investment that somebody is putting into you, they could be putting that same investment into themselves or into somebody else who wants it. And that person who wants it could be right under your nose. Y'all could be sleeping in the same bed. Y'all could be in the same family. Y'all could be in the same friend group. Heck, it could be your best friend. You just don't know. You know, if you know somebody is supporting you that doesn't even care about themselves, but they care enough for you to see you thrive and shine, I need you to appreciate that. But to also look outside yourself and see what you can do to aid and support them as well. What can you do to make things a little bit easier so that maybe they do have time to go care and invest in themselves? Maybe sometimes the greatest gift that you can give to somebody is to get yourself together, to take care of yourself, to do what you can do. And then whatever support that God has planted them to provide, allow them to provide that, but not more. You get me? So strive to work hard, not only for those people that are holding you up, that have laid the foundation for you, but for yourself, because you should honor and love yourself and care about yourself. But also, you pushing yourself, you taking care of yourself, you honoring yourself, you becoming the best version of yourself that you know deep down you can be, and that at times you may want to be, just maybe not all the time, and we need you to want it to be all the time. You becoming that could be evidence and proof to them that they were not wrong about you. That you really can do it, that you really can make it out here, that you really can become whatever it is that you're telling them that you want to become or that you said. You can prove to them that they're not wrong about you. Like, some people don't always praise you because they want to see certain traits in you. They want to see certain things get done, but that doesn't mean that they are not rooting for you and they do not see what other people see in you. They just may not validate it. That doesn't mean that they don't care. And it doesn't mean that they also are not on your team and on your side and that they do not want the best for you. You just getting up and you standing up for yourself and you doing what you got to do can show them that they didn't waste their time. They didn't waste their money. They didn't waste their voice. They didn't waste anything that they put in you. They didn't waste their energy. You rising can let them know that everything wasn't in vain. You being independent, you being on your own or whatever. I don't know why I'm going here as well, because I hope this can, like, be, how do I put it, used in multiple ways for someone. I hope many people could benefit from this. But you taking care of yourself could be, sometimes you being able to do that could be one of the greatest things. Like, just think of, you know, if you are a mom, like, and you are afraid that your daughter can't take care of herself. Like, you finally seeing your daughter being able to take care of herself and stand tall could be like the greatest gift to you. Because that could be a fear that she can't take care of herself, and then she meets a guy and this guy is abusive to her, whether he's mentally abusive to her, spiritually abusive to her, physically abusive to her. He may be financially controlling, like. And so you knowing that your daughter is, one, covered by God, that she's aware of who she is, that she is confident, and that she also can stand on her own 2 feet financially, could probably be the greatest thing. You being able to grow and overcome could be the greatest thing you could ever do for somebody. Or your father. It doesn't have to be your mother. It could be your father as well. Or your cousin, your sister, I don't know, whoever. You never know who's watching you, and you never know who's paying attention to your journey, even if they seem like a critic sometimes. Keep what's going on between you and these people private, especially if it's an intimate relationship, like something I just said. Like if it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, your parents, you know, just those like real intimate relationships. Keep what's going on between the two of you private. If what I'm saying in this video applies to like any kind of relationship, my suggestion, I'm not telling you what to do, but a suggestion is to keep things private between the two of you, the three of you, whoever. Keep it private. A blessing can be a burden to a person with a skewed perspective. You may have a skewed perspective. You may have a skewed outlook on the situation that you're in right now. It's like the victim mindset is heavy. It is. And I'm not saying that you're not a victim. Maybe you've been a victim in the past. But that victim mindset is not healthy. Is it possible that you're the one that lacks understanding in that situation? Do you have all the details? Do you have all the facts concerning you and these people in your life? Do you have the evidence to support the things that you've been saying or how you've been feeling? You're entitled to how you feel, but do you have all the details about the situation? Your unwillingness to participate is the reason that things are being withheld from you. Like it could be that could be the reason. Your unwillingness to listen to the guidance, the direction, the insight, the wisdom that is being thrown your way, that's being literally like handed to you, could be the reason why you're in the place that you're in. It could be the reason why you're not receiving the blessings that you could be and should be receiving. You can have a kind heart and still be hard-headed. You can have a good heart and still be hard-headed. You can mean well and still cause harm. You refuse to like listen to the speaker when they're speaking, the counselor when they're counseling, and then, or whoever, the voice, the vessel that God has chosen to help you. And then when they go silent due to frustration or whatever, or maybe God just allowing them to take their hands off the situation because it's weighing on them now and stressing them out. It's like now you are hollering, oh, I need help. I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. You know exactly what to do, and you need to do it. Whatever the to-do list is, whatever God has been leading you to do, whatever your parents has been asking you to do, whatever your teacher's been asking you to do, whatever your boss has been asking you to do, I don't know. Whoever your support is at this time, you need to do it. And 9 times out of 10, what you're being asked to do is for you. We all want an easy way out. We do. But that may not be an option this time for you. You're not being picked on. You're being loved. It can be hard to see that at times, but sometimes that is the truth of the matter of matters like this. That you're not being picked on, you're not being judged, you're not being manipulated. You are being loved on. And sometimes love is not getting what you want. Sometimes love is being held accountable and being held to a higher standard. And this could be for your growth and for your development. With no development, there's delay, if you ask me. But do me a favor and do those who care about you a favor, who are, you know, sowing into your future, sowing into your life, giving you resources and those things. If you don't want to grow, if you don't want to accept the challenge of stepping out, having courage, you know, and just really just admit it to yourself that maybe I dropped the ball, maybe I just got to get to it, you know, just tell the other people around you that you don't care, you know, that you don't want to grow, that you don't want to develop. And I know this sounds like so like, and I'm not trying to be like that, but just at least if you don't care about your future, if you don't care about what you got going on, if you don't care, this is not, or if it's just simply not something that you want, do those people a favor and let them know so that they're not continuously just wasting their time and resources. If this is not something that you want to do, if you don't want to move forward in a relationship with somebody, let them know. If you don't want to stay with them, let them know. Maybe you disagree with this video. I'm not, this is just what's on my heart to say. So I see these things a lot. I've been the person on both sides. I've been the person being pushed to my greatness, and I maybe wasn't ready. Maybe I didn't want to. There's been different reasons. I didn't have the capacity then to fight, and I was being, pushed to fight. And when I say that, I mean like mentally, I've been on both sides, so I have empathy for both. If you are the person pushing, you definitely want to be careful of pushing somebody too far beyond their limit, because then it's kind of on you. What you want. If you don't want to grow, if you don't want to be successful, then just stop wasting people's time and stop wasting yours. But you got to be ready for them consequences. Just stop getting attitudes with people that care about you and want to see you do well. That's the message, really. Just stop being mad at people and understand that just because two people handle you different doesn't mean that they're not in alignment with their thinking when it comes to you, your behaviors and the things that you're doing and the consequences. Honestly, like, just because one person is softer or more gentle with you and one person is like, no, we're not doing that, it doesn't mean that both of them are not thinking the same thing. You can have like 5 teachers and all of them respond to you and your situation differently. You can have 5 different family members and they all respond to you differently. You can have 5 friends and all of them respond to you differently. You could have 5, I'm sorry, I'm going here, Lord forgive me. You could have 5 dudes texting your phone, 5 girls texting your phone, and everybody has the same thoughts and perspective towards you. They got the same thing going on in their head. They just decide to deal with you differently. It's possible. And they could all be sitting there thinking about your behaviors and the decisions you make and all have kind of the same conclusion or the same kind of thought process. I want somebody to be aware of that's possible. That's because one person kind of leaves you to yourself and another person gives you a hug while you're crying. Doesn't mean that they are not thinking the same thing about you in the situation you're in. Don't get caught slipping. And what I mean by that is because the closest person to you can want the same love and attention, the same care that you're getting, that same support. The minute that goes away, that there could be somebody you're really tight with, close with. It could be a friend, family, a coworker, whatever. The minute like stuff go down and, you know, whatever the case may be, where you lose access to this thing due to a lack of appreciation and willingness and participation, like the people you think got your back are listening to your cries and listening to your side of the story. The minute they have the same opportunity to do what you're doing or to work with who you're working with or to have what you have, they're going to be the first in line. And they are not going to probably be concerned with, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be concerned with your feelings about the situation and how you're going to feel. You know, it's like if you get a promotion and you realize like it's a lot of hard work and you don't want to do the work. Well, if the person that you talk to about work all the time gets that same opportunity after you get fired or you get demoted, like, just because y'all cool don't mean that they're not going to take that promotion. Or, you know, I'm sorry to tell you, you dudes, like, I'm sorry, sometimes your best friend, your homeboy, or young lady, your bestie, your sis, that person you was dating, that person you was talking to that you treated like trash, that was supporting you in all your endeavors, like, the minute that y'all break up, the minute that they walk away from you, they're gonna be the first ones in line. And you know what they're gonna say? Well, I didn't think you really cared. These are some people's mindsets. I just want y'all to know. There are some people out there that, especially if they're only in your life to use you or because of access, the minute you lose access to that thing, the minute you start reaping the consequences, like if you don't take heed to this, if this is you, you know, they're gonna be the first ones in line. And they're probably not gonna step down or walk away or stop talking to them because now you like, hey, like, how you gonna go over there and I don't know, how you gonna go over there and be grateful for something that I wasn't grateful for? Like, they're not gonna be really concerned with your feelings because as far as they're concerned, you don't care and you've never cared. You know, if you always have something negative to say about somebody who's always helping you, like, once that person stops helping you, guess what? The person who really wants and needs and desires that help, you may think that y'all locked in. The minute they get the opportunity to get that same type of attention, that same type of love, that same type of support, that same type of whatever it is, that same type of space, like, they're gonna go for it. Even if y'all was crying together. That's the crazy part. It's possible. I need you to decide what you want and what you're gonna do. Sorry if I bounce all around because I didn't prepare, so I'm gonna prepare better. This is what happens when you don't prepare. So prepare. I'm gonna just say this. Be accountable. Be grateful. Be mindful. And keep your head on the swivel because 9 times out of 10, it's somebody right next to you, in your house, in your bed, waiting for you to mess up so they can pull the rug from underneath you. I'm telling you this now. It could be anybody. Don't put nothing past nobody. I'm not starting to say like be super I don't know what the word is. Like super scary about it. I know that's not the word, but like all I'm saying is be wise. Take heed to those counselors. Take heed to those people that God is sending to speak to you. You know, always go to God and say, God, is this you? Is this what you're asking me to do? Is this something that you would have me do? Always go to God and check in. But if there are people in your life who could give you advice, who can give you counsel, who's supporting you, even if it's not somewhere financial, they're giving you a place to stay, if they're giving you food to eat, if they are a mentor, a life coach, a minister. I don't know. Like, I could, like, this can go beyond. If there's somebody who's trying to support you and help you build for yourself, help you gain confidence, anything like that, you need to respect them and be grateful for them. If it's your mom holding it down, helping you hold it down, you need to respect her. It's your dad, you need to respect him. If it's your teacher, you need to respect them, because everybody doesn't get cared for. Everybody doesn't get talked to 3,000,000 times. Everybody doesn't get 300 chances. God got his hand on you, and God is so graceful and merciful. Allow the people in your life planted to have some level of mercy and grace on you. If you're thinking of anybody in your life right now and you're thinking that they could have cut you loose, think twice about how you treat them. Your favorite teacher could be getting taught the same lesson you're getting taught, just in a different way by somebody else. Respect your elders, respect the people that have been trying. No human is perfect. We are working towards being the ideal versions that God has called us to be. Give yourself grace and compassion. Don't beat yourself up for this. I had to learn not to beat myself up, but to hold myself accountable. And I encourage you to do the same. So I hope this blessed somebody. I hope you're well and taking care of yourself. This is about you taking care of yourself and loving yourself and standing for yourself in a respectful, honorable way. Amen.